Your friendly neighborhood YouTuber is rated PG-13. Parental advisory, explicit content. Viewer discretion is advised. Okay guys, so I got this dragon out of the package, and yeah, I estimated it right. It took me about 2-3 minutes to get this guy out the package, and he's made with like a hard plastic, not a cheap plastic, but a very, very hard plastic. And it says right here it's from 2004. So this figure is from 2004. Very nicely detailed dragon, man. Very nice. I can't wait to compare him with some other Spawn figures towards the end. So he has a peg hole right here in his snake booty. And he has, this is his base right here, and there's the peg right there. And as you can see right there, I don't know how well you guys can see this. There are eggs, and there are baby dragons hatching from the eggs. You can see his wing right there coming out. You can see, I think it looks like his tail. And then you have some skull bones, skulls, spines, femur bones on this snowy, rocky cliff. Nicely detailed cliff. So let's pop this dragon in here. So I'm guessing he goes into, and I knew that was going to happen, dude. The peg broke off. Because it's an older figure and it is McFarlane figure, many pegs have broken off on me before. But nonetheless, I guess you can have him sit on here like so on the base, and he'll sit nicely. He's not going anywhere, dude. So there is the fire dragon sitting nicely on the base. Before we take a closer look at this fire dragon and his articulation or lack thereof, I wanted to take a look at the booklet that this came with. So they are advertising Alien vs. Predator figures, which are awesome. Some of the best Predator figures I think ever, some of the best Predators figures ever made. And then Inferno, Clive Barker's Inferno Parade. I have, I think, a few pieces of that. But that was all there is to that booklet. So the articulation for this fire dragon, he just has a swivel right here at the waist. I guess you can say that's the waist, I'm guessing. He has an articulated tail, so you can get his tail to turn every which way. Actually, let's get his tail lined up like so. Line his tail up to all the proper parts, and yeah, he has about maybe 4 breaks in the tail to where you can turn his tail any which way, but it's not really going anywhere. It's just kind of sitting there in one spot. So as far as the upper body is concerned, his arms do look articulated, but they might have to be warmed up. I'm not for sure if they are articulated. They don't look like they can move. Yeah, they don't look like they can move, so I'm not going to move them. And his head, jaw, face sculpt, nothing else moves on this figure. Essentially, he is just a statue, a beautiful statue nonetheless. Love the detail of this fire dragon. There's the back of this fire dragon. Very nice, man. Very nice detail. I love the coloration of this fire dragon. He doesn't even look like a dragon, dude. He looks like a snake dragon. Okay, so let's put him up on here, like so, where the peg's supposed to go, but he still sits nicely because of the way the rocks are formed. So this is what he looks like sitting upon the rocks. So let's do a measurement, and then we'll do some comparisons of this fire dragon. Tape measure. So the fire dragon stands at about a little under 6 inches tall, guys. Okay, let's do some comparisons with this fire dragon. Okay, so here is the fire dragon with the last figure that I did. I guess you could call him the Fire Godzilla, Target exclusive that just recently came out. And this is how they measure up. Same size. So it'll be awesome to see this match going on right here, right? With the Fire Godzilla. Rah! And the Fire Dragon dude. They go beautifully together, don't they? Nice, man. I might display them next to each other. I'm not for sure. And if you guys saw that review, you saw that I used these fire flames from my RoboCop flamethrower, and I put him in his mouth, and I gave him fire effects. This figure, I don't know. Being that he's a fire dragon, it seems like it would make more sense. But let's see if we can peg this in here. This one might have a little more difficulty staying in there. So I'm trying to get it between his teeth. Oh, actually, you can have him sit. You can sit the flames onto his snake body, but it looks kind of dumb because it looks like he's setting his body on fire. So yeah, that doesn't look too good. I think it looks better with the Godzilla, but if there's some way you can stuff that into his mouth and have it sit there, then yeah, it would probably look pretty cool, dude. But there's no way I can have this sit in here. Oh, maybe I can. Okay. Well, barely. No. It looks better with the Godzilla, so if you guys didn't see that review of the Godzilla, this works perfectly with the Godzilla because it sits like right underneath his tongue, which is awesome. Like so, that's how it sits. So that looks freaking awesome right there, guys. Okay, let's do some more comparisons. Let's take Godzilla off to the side. Bring in another snake. So here is the fire dragon with the alien, snake alien. Simply because they are both, I guess, snakes. they had the snake form, right? So they got a very similar thing going on. Snake alien and snake fire dragon. So yeah, that's how they measure up. Let's do some more comparisons. Okay, so here is the fire dragon with the Viper King. I want to say Cobra King, but it's the Viper King. He should have been called the Cobra King, but this is from Spawn. I believe the Dark Ages, or either the Curse of the Spawn, one of those series. I'm pretty sure it's from the Dark Ages, but this is the Fire Dragon next to the Viper King right here. One of my favorite figures in my collection. The only thing I don't like about this guy, he's very nicely detailed. The only thing I don't like about this guy is he doesn't stand up on his own. He needs like a rock. He needs like a rock like this right here. Yeah, this dragon doesn't stand up on his own, but I think if the Viper King had like a rock to sit upon, like so, he probably would sit in it very nicely. Because he's kind of off balance. So, I mean, if you wanted to have him pose like that, he can sit very nicely on the base like that if you wanted to, but he looks nice, but it's just these red wings that are popping out of the eggs that don't really look right. But if you're looking for a base, then yeah, this is kind of a perfect base, but then again, you lose this base right here, so. But that's how he looks with the Viper King, and one last figure that we'll bring in, guys, is one of my only dragons that I have. I don't have any of the McFarlane dragons, but I do have another dragon right here from, I do believe, the Dark Ages as well. This is the Horrid right here dragon. So if you guys want to see a review of that, I did a review of this guy a while back, man. He's freaking huge, freaking big. When I took him out the box, there were so many things that broke off on this guy, man, because he's an older figure and he's not really put together that well. A lot of things broke off. As you can see, I have a wing right there glued in. He's a pretty heavy figure, pretty big figure too, and he doesn't really stand properly. He stands awkwardly because he's made awkwardly. But if you want to put the Fire Dragon next to the Horrid, another dragon figure, they go pretty well together. And this Horrid figure is pretty awesome, man. I have to admit. There's another horrid, what do you call it? A different variant. That's the word I was looking for. Variant of the horrid, where he's actually this color right here. He's like a brownish red, which if I can find him for a good price, I probably would pick him up because I do like this dragon, and I definitely would love to buy another horrid dragon to do a comparison with this dragon right here. Okay, so let's move this dragon out the way. Let's go ahead and rate this figure, guys. Okay, I mean, he's a small little dragon. There's really nothing much to him. He does look really, really nicely detailed. He's not a figure. He's not an action figure. He's not even in an articulated statue. He's more closer to the statue realm, because this is pretty much the only pose you're going to get him in. So he's pretty much a statue guy. So based on that alone, I'm not going to base my rating on action figure rating. On statue rating, he's about a 7. He's really, really nicely detailed. He's a little small. I wish he was a little bit bigger. You know, can you imagine this guy if he was like the size of the Horrid, which I just showed you? You know, if he was like 12 inches tall, I think this fire dragon would look really, really awesome. But because he's so small, because he's at the 6-inch range, I'm going to have to give this guy a solid 7. So do I recommend him? It depends on how much you love dragons, guys. If you love dragons, then this figure is for you. If not, then I would say pass on them, guys. But then again, if you want them to try to find this figure, then for your Godzilla clash, then yeah, he goes really, really well with this Godzilla figure. So, yeah, there's nothing more I can say, guys. So there you guys have it. There was my little review of the Fire Dragon from Conan, Year 1, I believe it was, from 2004, McFarlane Toys. So we'll go ahead and leave it at that. If you guys liked the little review, hit the like button, comment, subscribe, hit that notification bell if you want to receive more cool, epic reviews like this. And we'll go ahead and leave it at that. I just want to thank you guys for watching, and I'll catch you guys in the next review!